Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. High Court rules the position of Chief Administrative Secretary, CSS, unconstitutional. What next for William Samoei Ruto? I want you to watch the video where the judges, three sitting judges, came out ruling that the position of the Chief Administrative Secretary is null and void, which means it is unconstitutional. So I want you to watch the video of the three judges. Then after that, I want us to have a very critical analysis. Why this is going to be a big blow and a big headache. William Samoei.
Than 22 cabinet secretaries. It is therefore our considered view that the creation of a similar office to the assistant minister, now in name of CSS, cannot be created in the manner the first respondent and the fifth respondent proceeded. Based on the reasoning set out above, we do not think that it was the intention of the framers of the Constitution to have 50 CASs deputizing 22 cabinet secretaries. Furthermore, public participation on the office of CAS was founded on a complement of 23 CASs. Doubt is erased by the following other facts. In the letter of 11th October 2022 by Dr. Joseph Kenywa, Head of Public Service, to the PSC, the Head of State requested the PSC to declare 23 vacancies for CASs. We note, however, that the special issue of Kenya Gazette Notice number 12432, dated 12th of October 2022, and the media advertisement the following day, calling for applications from suitable candidates, did not set the number of vacancies. Furthermore, the stay in the Court of Appeal preserved the original office created on 24th January 2018. Once that office was abolished on 21st September 2022, the newly created office and complement of 23 office holders could no longer benefit from that stay. Accordingly, the newly created office and fresh complement of 50 had to comply with the Constitution and the criteria set out earlier in Okia's case in order to be lawfully established. They did not comply. For the avoidance of doubt, the entire of 50 CASs is therefore unconstitutional. I now ask my learned sister, Lady Justice Omudi, to deal with the next issue.
So the next issue is on...
Now, this is something that you've been waiting for a long period of time. As the CSS that William Ruto appointed in the office was not in the expectation of the Kenyan, or rather ordinary Kenyan. As we are being told by the High Court, that they don't think that it was the intention of the framers of the Constitution to have 50 CSs deputizing 22 CSs. We have cabinet ministers, of them 22. And those who are giving us their intention towards the framework of the Constitution was that in these 22 ministries, we are going to have the chief administrative secretaries, 23 of them. But what we saw, immediately William Ruto took over as the President of the Republic of Kenya, what did he did when it comes to the appointment? He appointed another additional of 27 chief administrative secretaries. We were so worried as the Linda Katiba came out taking William Ruto to the court appealing, or let me say, requesting the court to at least to interpret for them if this 50 CSS was in accordance to the law and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. I know something is going to be a very conversational, or rather this is going to be a topic of the day, as the court has thrown a blow up to William Ruto's decision, as we as Kenyans, we are just watching, waiting what next. Is there a possibility of William Ruto reducing the numbers of these chief administrative secretaries to the required number by the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya? So this is not something, first judgment and orders that came out from the court. Do you remember in the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, when these positions were being created, and through the argument, they were saying that the framework of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, or the framers, those who came out suggesting the positions of Chief Administrative Secretary, they were having an agenda of this CSS, or rather Chief Administrative Secretary, deputizing the cabinet ministers. But what we saw, even despite of the court coming out to say it was null and void, what did Uhuru did by then? He continued. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is my point? My point is there is a possibility of William Ruto just ignoring the court orders so that they can continue with their work, as Uhuru Kenyatta did when these positions were created and the court came out saying it was unconstitutional. But I don't know what happened along the way, where now we are being told that the framers of the Constitution came out saying that their intention was that 23 chief administrative secretaries were to deputize. They were to deputize the cabinet ministers. And when you look cabinet ministers, we have 22 of them. So ladies and gentlemen, simple question. How can 50 CSS, 50 chief administrative secretaries, to be appointed to deputize 22 cabinet ministers? It is just a fraud. So for me, when I saw this, it was a clear indication that everything that the government of the day is planning to do, they always defy the court orders, or rather they always not follow the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. So it is so fraud if William Samoei Ruto will continue with this process, having these 50 CSS, as one of them, each of them are going to earn 718,000 Kenya shillings. This is almost 1 million Kenya shillings. There are 50 of them. What a kind of government and a country we are going to have, as the expenditure is going to be accumulated towards the salary payment. So I don't know how he's going to cope up with, because something that I know, according to my opinion, I know court will have their say, their judgment, but the government is going to have their way. They're going to do whatever they like. So it is out of what they think they are doing something right, but court is reminding William Ruto that, look, you are not doing something right. You must understand, why did you come out appointing 50 CSS and you claimed they were to deputize the cabinet ministers? How can 50 deputize 22? It is impossible. Then it means that one ministry will have 3 or 2, 3 or 2, 3 or 2. That is what we are seeing with this kind of government. Ladies and gentlemen, as my final opinion is, it will be impossible for William Ruto to follow, or rather to remove a half or 27 of this chief administrative secretary. By the way, what are your thoughts? Are you thinking the same the way I'm thinking, that it will be possible for William Ruto, as I know they will defy the court orders and the court's judgment? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet on another video.